Thank you very much, ma'am, for warm welcome. And I'm really excited. Yes, ma'am. Is there anything? Yeah. Uh, okay. So I'm really excited to share my expertise or whatever I know with you people. I can see all the participants are already logged in. So uh, I won't also be taking much of your time. And for 2 hours, I think Moodle is a very fast uh, learning management system, and it takes a lot much of a time to understand. And so that's what we are going to do right now. Without any further ado, let me share my screen so that we can go and see what is Moodle. First of all, we are I'm trying to assume that all the people who are completely new, and maybe there are some people who might have number of times learned this management system, Moodle, and but still, if we just consider or start from beginning, it would be very much easy for each and everyone to understand what Moodle is. So let's start with the just type Moodle in your browser, and the first result you will see is moodle.org. So a very basic information about Moodle, or you can just simply go to address bar and type in moodle.org. That is the website. So let's go to the Moodle website. So this is the moodle.org. That's the official website. This is open source software. It is free to use. We can download it for free, use for free. And there are four ways through which we can use this Moodle. First of all, let's talk about it. So when you click on this download button, and you will see that these platforms, standard Moodle, that is what usually is expected from educational institutes like teachers and students and everybody should be using this standard Moodle. Install Moodle on your own server requires a web server with PHP and a database. Number of times, only because of these kind of words, web server, PHP, and database, many people get overwhelmed that it must be something complicated and it's not for us or something like that. But let me tell you, at the end of this entire session, you will find it very much useful. Ma'am, someone is using annotation. Will you please ask them? Uh, Yeah, I can do that from here. You can also do that. Let me tell you how to do that. Just go to annotate button and click clear all. Anytime if anybody messes up with the screen, any host can do that. I can also do that, but it will be a kind of distracting. That's why uh, better just keep it uh, off or something. Yeah. Okay. So this is where people get overwhelmed. That's what I was talking about. That it's very much complicated because to understand database, PHP, and web server, and this Moodle development really requires a kind of a technical expertise. But for people like you and me, we don't really need to dig into that. That's what I'm going to share with you people, and how it is simple. Just to give you an idea, I would like to show you how it looks like. Right now you can see in the address bar, it is moodle.rcell.co.in. This is my own website, one of my own websites, and I already have installed it just to give you people an idea what it looks like. Once you are logged in, maybe let me just log out so that I can give you the complete picture. My voice is breaking. Okay. Uh, I hope there is no problem with other participants also. If there is, then maybe we can tweak a little settings and it will be even better. Okay, I think it's now loud and clear. Uh, that's what I'm monitoring also. Okay, so this is how it looks like when you just install on your own directory. So, for example, in your college website or institutional website, university website, or any website, if you just install Moodle, this is how it is going to look like. And you can see, maybe let me zoom in so that I can show you. This is the interface, and in the address bar, you can see moodle.rcell.co.in. That's the original website, or let me just within a second show you the original website, so that I can just give you the idea what can we do and whether it's possible for people like you and me or not. And I have done this all myself. I never took any help from any web designer or anybody. So it means my purpose of my telling this is that you can do that, and I'm going to show you how you can do that. So once you log in to the Moodle site that you installed on your website, this is how it is going to look like. And in very quick couple of minutes, I will just show you what are the options that you have. We are going to see all these options in detail. This is site home. We can change it, we can customize it. It's called Moodle front page. It can be customized. The more you put in efforts in customizing this kind of interface, it takes a lot much of a time. But site home, then there is a calendar, private files, all the files that we upload on Moodle site, maybe some lessons, PDF or video lectures or something like that, it will be in here. Content bank, this is the best part of using Moodle, because we can put contents in our content bank, and as and when we start completing one module, unit, or chapters, weeks, whatever it is, then we can integrate them into our lessons or in a course. And site administration is the thing where everything happens. Uh, so this is just an idea how it looks, how we can install it. It's very much easy. You can just download this standard Moodle version and just upload in the home directory. If you don't know about how to do that, maybe developer might help you. Or if you have website, institutional website, there must be a web developer. Just ask him to upload this standard Moodle, and then you will see this interface, and you can take over from this place, and you can start customizing all your courses, all your departments and everything. So that's one thing. There is another thing, extend Moodle. And extend Moodle is not actually the Moodle, but it is the help to Moodle. Like in Play Store, we have a lot many apps. In the same sense, we can see that extend Moodle is directory of plugins. So what are the other things that we can do with Moodle? And just quickly, let me show you that also. So these are some of the plugins that we can use in our Moodle entire website. So what are these kind of plugins? So if you want to upload a single page course, you can do that from here, or there are a lot many things. You can just browse it and you will get the idea. Or maybe a number of times, because we all in the beginning, like ma'am said, we all, because of this pandemic situation, we all have to use these online platforms and learning systems. And that is where it is all the things that we usually used to do uh, in the classroom, like sketch. You can do this, use this plugin, and you can sketch, you can paint, do whatever you want. There is a video filter you can use. There are a lot many. I'm not going to go through all the plugins, but just to give you an idea. uh, uh, okay, Ma'am, there is one way. Let me tell you. If you just mute all the participants, and maybe before muting that, just click on the participants, click on my name, right click, make me co-host, so that when you mute all the people, all of a sudden I don't get muted, and then okay, okay. Actually, uh, okay, all right, all right. Um, so basically, like plagiarism, because all the students are going to submit their assignments, and at that point of time, we as a teacher, we don't have that much time to take that, download that their submission, then get that into some other software to check whether it's original or not, originality report like that. So there are these plugins which will help you in just one click. They will tell you whether this student submission is original or not. So these are some of the plugins that I just talked about. There are a lot many. Just go through that and you will find that they are very much useful. So this is first thing, standard Moodle. That's what we are going to install, or that's what we are going to learn. Extend Moodle is supplementary apps or plugins for Moodle. Mobile Moodle. After all, this entire system or learning management system, as a being as a teacher, what we are doing is we are enabling our students to get into this new learning management system. And but they won't perhaps have laptops and computers at their disposal, and that's where this mobile Moodle comes. So everything that we are creating will be accessible through mobile Moodle mobile. We also this is only for the learning, and we also can, as a teacher, we can also participate in that and make Moodle a little better. But this basically is for students, so that from their smartphones or mobile, they can start learning the courses we are uploading. And Moodle Desktop is the last thing. Let me very quickly talk about it. Moodle Desktop basically is you install this software on your computer or laptop, and once it is done, the entire interface, like I just showed you here in this Moodle.rcel, so the same interface will look in your laptop or a mobile. And why this is important is because number of times we can just we don't have this internet access. Maybe at as a teacher you don't have internet access at your home, and you are working on your laptop. Nowadays it's impossible because we all have smartphones with 4G capabilities. But still, you can create this entire course on your laptop offline, and you can upload that entire course once it is done on any website or institutional website, college website. This is very much easy. Okay, okay, just uh, yes, 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 we'll do that. Okay, I can see it was very low. Now I think it's loud. Okay. So maybe because I'm using these headphones, so it's like a studio situation. I can get it very much clearly, but maybe because of the internet, there is some loss in the audio or something. Okay, okay, okay. Uh, I just fixed that now. So basically, when you are using laptop or computer to develop e-content or develop the entire course or upload material, whatever you are doing, and then you can upload this entire course which was created offline into the standard Moodle which is on the website. So that is one way of doing that. Then There is also another way of using Moodle, and let me take you there. It is Moodle Cloud, and number of times you perhaps might have heard about this. Okay, so we are right now in on a Moodle Cloud, and on Moodle Cloud, we if you already have a kind of a, if you already have created an account, let me start from the very beginning so that anybody can follow the same thing. I'll show you from the very basic of how to create your account. So Moodle Cloud, let me tell you first of all, is a hosting service. It's not Moodle. Keep this in mind. It is Moodle Cloud, a cloud hosted, and what it does is that it gives us ability to host our institutional courses or any courses on this platform, but for the price. Though Moodle.org, that software, is completely free, this Moodle Cloud is not free. It comes with pricing, though there is a get started for free. So as a teacher, when you want to practice this Moodle, then this is the best way. So I'll just click on get started for free, so that here you can see that uh, Moodle for schools starter, and the prices go up to $1,000 per year. It's because of the services or the support that they provide. That's why they are pricey. But since we are just here to test all these things, so I'm not going to go into any of those kind of details. So new to Moodle, definitely we are new, and then the best part of Moodle Cloud is that you can get to practice this entire Moodle platform. So take me to the live demo. So all the live demonstration will be given there, step by step, and it's uh, uh, okay, from where just a second, I can see. Yes, yes, hello. Okay, maybe this is automatically adjusting. That's why. Okay, it's now clear. Okay, actually, what I just checked it, since you talked it number of times. This input levels were being adjusted automatically. Okay. Okay, okay. I just made a little change even to the voice. Earlier, since at this place I'm very much loud here, that's why Zoom was adjusting my volume to kind of a lower one. So I just um, changed that setting so that now you will be able to listen to me as I am listening in my headphone. Okay, so if we as a teacher are new to this entire Moodle platform, then obviously take a demo, live demonstration, and all the Moodle interface will be taught to you. Get ready to get started. If we are yet to start, like we are going to, uh, I request all the participants to just Okay. There was electricity issue, that's why off their videos so that this lot much of bandwidth is not wasted, so that all the people can listen properly and there won't be any other technical issue. Uh, that might solve our problem. Okay. On the Moodle, we need to just get started as a beginner, and or if you have created account. So I already have an account, but let me show you how to create an account. It's so simple. And keep in mind that this account is for 40 days, and you can't use this. The same account which you created can't be used beyond. It is taking more time than usual because of I was connected to my mobile internet, and because there was no electricity. Just give me a little time. Meantime, just will show you this. Okay, thanks. Take to my Moodle site now, and thanks to this new internet also. So it saved our all our time. And right now you can see this was on my own website which was installed. I told you in the very beginning that standard Moodle was installed on my own website, and this is how it looks. Now we created this Moodle Cloud, and also look at the interface. It looks exactly like the same, and now we can get to customize this entire website, and that's what we are going to see. I'll just close my website, and now we are in Moodle site. Now here you can see my new Moodle site is written here, and that is not very much flattering. Whenever you enter into your standard Moodle which is installed on your website, or maybe you are trying here on Moodle Cloud, the first thing you might like to do is turn on editing, because otherwise we won't be able to customize this entire thing. And now edit setting. So right now you can see that my new Moodle site is not the right kind of a thing. So maybe if you want to give a kind of institutional name or your personal name, and anybody who is offering these courses, maybe just for this example I'll say my college name, Rajaram College Kolhapur, and short name is RCK. So this is just to give an idea. And if you want to add any description about that institution, college, or maybe if you are creating this course for your department, or just as an individual teacher, if you are creating your own courses, then maybe you might like to give here name accordingly, like uh, Professor so and so's courses or something like that. I'm just giving you this kind of an idea. And then if you want to customize this front page, and number of times in many refresher courses and orientation courses, I also went through this kind of Moodle tutorials number of times, and the very first thing they teach is how to customize your front page, and it seems very much in depth, and that's why uninteresting, and that's why we lose interest in this entire Moodle platform. But it's not the case. Let me show you how simple it is. So maybe add some information about your college here, and then what are the things that you want to show on your first page. Anybody, like, this is our institutional website, and on institutional website, college website, institutions website, or universities website, this Moodle is already uh, installed. Then we need to create this first page look. And all the students of this college are going to come here on this page. All the students who are enrolled in different faculties, different courses, they are going to come here at this place, and that's why we need to customize this as per the needs. That's where open learning or whatever it is, the description or front page summary you want to show, I'm just keeping it blank. Maybe uh, I'll just say intro so that you will get idea where that appears. And then on front page, what are the things that you want to show? Okay, so whether it's list of courses or whether you want to show assignments, announcements, or list of courses, list of categories, combo list means category and courses both, or course search box so that any student who comes there will just search for the courses, for example, uh, uh, communication skills or something like that. So this is where you can customize it. So maybe for this purpose, we'll say that okay, we want to show announcement first. After announcement, all the list of categories, what categories or what are the kind of type of courses, and category, let me tell you, can be customized in your scenario, in your institution. Uh, for example, my college offers courses in three faculties: arts, commerce, and science. So what we can do is we can divide these courses into these three categories: arts, commerce, and science. So these are the categories. So anybody who visits your website can just click on science and then go to the particular department of, particular department courses, or maybe particular teachers courses, particular paper. And that is why we want to show this list of categories in the beginning. After list of categories, if you want, you can say, show list of courses, all the courses that are available. There are still two more options, but if you want to keep them, or just say none, and maybe search box if you want to keep that on front page. So this is how it is going to look like after we do that. Front page items when logged in. Now, up to this point, it was just anybody who visits your Moodle site will see announcement, list of categories, list of courses, and custom search box. But now, when they log in using their email ID and password, their interface shouldn't be the same, right? Because once I log into my courses, I should be able to see all the courses that I already have taken. And that's why once you are logged in or your student is logged in, uh, we should show him enrolled courses, all the courses for him, for those courses that student is enrolled. So that must be the priority, and that's why student usually come to learning management system. Then maybe if there is some announcement and that you want to show, maybe you can change it any order of this menu, list of all the available courses, or search box, or whatever you want to give. So after login and before login, so these are the two things. It is so simple, nothing complicated. Maximum depth category, and by default it is 2. For example, I will just continue that my own example. For example, I just told you that a while ago, that in our college there are three different kind of faculties, and that's why we are going to create three different categories. But inside that category, again, there are lot many categories. For example, in arts department, you will have English department, history, and humanities, other humanities departments, other languages departments in arts. So arts faculty would be a category, and under that category, maximum depth of a category we are talking about. And under that category again, so arts is one category, history, geography, social sciences, political science, whatever it is, these will be the first depth category. Again, if it is English department, so maybe communication skills or other this kind of some courses are about just communication or maybe English language or something like that, and some are literature oriented. So in that case, you want to create uh, the first category will be arts, subcategory will be English, and then maybe languages and literature. These will be the in-depth category. So it depends on how many categories you want to use. So I think 5 is more than sufficient, and by default it is 2. Select accordingly. If you want to create in-depth courses, you can do that. Maximum number of courses, by default it is 200. If it is college or institutional website, maybe you want to increase that limit, and you can do that. Include a topic section, yes, by default it is. and number of announcements, how many announcement you want to show on the first page. And on the first page itself, by default it is 3, but you can increase this number to 5 or whatever it is. Comments display per page. If you want to display students comments or any comments on the page, you can keep it by default 15, or you can change it to whatever you want. Default front page role, authenticated user on front page, or guest user on a front page, or student user on a front page. So I would say just authenticated user on a front page. So anybody who is on the front page will have to be authenticated, and just save changes. Now we already have, maybe it might have took 5 minutes, and in 5 minutes we already have created our, now you can see instead of my new Moodle site, it's the college name is saying here. Also you can see, let me zoom in so that you can clearly see. Now it is RCK is written. Earlier it was my new Moodle site or something like so you can customize it completely as per your needs, and it takes, front page takes just barely 5 minutes, and you can create this entire site. Okay, so that was the look of our Moodle site. So we have created a Moodle site. Now we can go ahead and create courses or something like that, and that is the most important part we all are here for. So just see all the menus once again. Home, dashboard. If you just click on home, this is the right now in the address bar you can see vkb.1. So that's the website we created, right? On the dashboard, you will see this kind of interface, and it is very much similar. In the very beginning, I show that moodle.rcell. So when you install on your website, this is how it is going to look like, and this is the dashboard, and it's same here also. Calendar, if you have some events coming or some classes coming or some online classes, online lectures which are scheduled, you can see that here, or some announcements or some assignments, you can create new events from here also. So these are this is for the calendar is integrated into Moodle. Private files, as I told earlier, all the files that you upload on this Moodle Cloud are here on. There is this content bank where you can upload all your contents, and you can use as and when you want them to use. All the courses right now you can see by default, if I just click on home again, my courses introduction to Moodle, and teacher is me. So by default it is created for us, so we can just tweak setting and change setting. But this course is already created, and I don't want to show you, okay, just add topics and that is all and that is done. No, we are going to build entire course from scratch. And site administration is the place where this all happens. Okay, when you click on site administration, this is how it is going to look like, and this is perhaps the scariest thing, why people they do not like very much Moodle, because see the menu options, there are a lot many things to keep in mind. If you just click on user, there are a lot many things, and courses and grades, so everything is too much perhaps, and that's why it's so much people think it's too much complicated, but I'm going to simplify this thing for you. Okay, so when you click on site administration, the first thing that you are going to see, whenever if it is installed on your own college institution, uh, that is you are going to see this register or register your site message. Even on Moodle Cloud also it is the same thing. So I'm not going to change any of the things, and email ID and everything is already in there, so I don't want to use any different, and just agree to the terms. Just to save this time, I'm not going into all the details, but let me tell you what are the things. uh, this is the name of the site. If you still can change that name of your site. If you want to list this on a Moodle site, so that anybody who is on Moodle Cloud or that interface can search for your site, and or you just want to display site name or display site name as well as link, and I would choose do not list my site, because this for this purpose, if there is any kind of a description you want to add about your site, language, country, email id, and notifications, if you want notification, and in this case I don't want any notifications. I already have lot many notifications from Moodle. Uh, so Moodle newsletter, no, I don't want. So this is in my case. If you want to learn more developments about Moodle, you can turn these things on, so that anytime new Moodle or security alerts are released, you will get notified. You can learn many things and you can delete emails, but I already have too many. Okay, so just agree to the things, and that is all. So just keep in mind that you fill in all the required fields, and if you just click here, there are lot many other options also. These are things what are you using and what are the things and all that. So just register your site, and within few minutes, not few minutes, within few seconds your site will be registered. And now you can see your site is registered, and just confirm it, and your site is registered. Registration lasted up to 18th August 2020. So last registration updated, it means today we have updated our registration. So I also talked about how to register your site on Moodle platform. So that also is very much important, and I just talked about that. Then what are the other things that we do? And in site administration, you can see you can customize notifications. Registration, we just did that. Moodle services, feedback setting, advanced features, and all that. To just give you an idea, if you are curious what are the advanced features, I'm just clicking on advanced features, and see, this is just customization, even more customization. So enable outcomes, enable comments, or something like that. So this is not very much uh, thing that we should be investing in, because we should be learning things that really matter. So as a teacher, I want to create course on Moodle. So I'm not at this point maybe not interested in the look and feel of the Moodle course and something like that. My first emphasis is to create a course, and that's what I think is the most important part, and that's why I'm not going through all the other things. Okay, so now you can click on the users, and you can see what you can do with users is that there are a lot many options, but the most important ones we are going to talk about, and not all of them. Browse a list of users. If you already have some users, and if I just click on this, you will see that I have created this my own account, and my name and my email id econtent@vishwanathbite.com, and uh, we are still accessing this account. So this is the only user on this entire uh, Moodle site which we have created, right? So if you want to add some user, you can directly add from here, add new user, and then the interface will appear. But let me show you the right way. Bulk user actions, this is very much important. Just give me a second. Bulk user action is used when you want to upload this entire data of students. When you just click in here, you can see that you can add many users, or maybe you want to send a message to all the students, something like that. You want to ask everybody to change their password, and like, so these are the bulk user actions. So if you want to uh, take certain action, you want to ask your students to take certain action or something like that, at that time bulk user, or you can, there is also user uploads, that's the most important thing, and upload users, that's the thing that we all should be concerned about. Now I believe that all the institutions, colleges, they are processing online admissions. and by doing that they are going to get one compiled sheet of data in Excel format. And in CSV format, CSV is comma separated value. So if your Excel sheet is converted into CSV, it is very much easy. It just you just say save as, and you can save as comma separated value file, CSV file, and just upload that file, and all your students. So for example, in my class, or maybe if I'm in charge of admission committee and of certain class, certain standard, and I can collect list of all the finalized students, maybe it's 200, 500, whatever it is, and then after that I'll just upload that file with their email ID and all that, their all the details, their username, their email ID, their mobile number, whatever it is, and then I just upload that file in here, and I can upload all the users in one go. That's the best part. So uh, if compared to Google Classroom or other interfaces, this I believe is the most simplest way. Just take a file, upload that file, all the users are uploaded on the website. Now just assign them to your courses as per the requirement. So in BSc first year or first year FY BSc, whatever we call it, there are 300 or 500 students. You can upload all of them at one go, and then some of them will be in physics, some of them will be in chemistry, or whatever it is. We can always classify students that way. Or maybe teacher will create a classroom or class, entire course, and then in that course I can upload the same CSV. For example, in English department, that's where I teach, and we have 50 students only out of 400. Only 50 students opted for English, so I'll take only that much data and I upload that to my courses. So that's the best way to upload or update users. Let's go back again to site administration and users. uh, okay, so uploading users, I just talked about. User bulk actions, talked about. List of users, add new users. In a second we are going to see that. User default preferences, user profile fields, we can choose how many fields that user must have from here, and that really shouldn't be of a concern. um, Upload users pictures, they will do that on their own. That's not very much important. So I will show you how to add new user, because number of times we need to add some teachers. Maybe you are teaching to your own class and you want me to come and join teaching your students. Then as a teacher I can join your Moodle course, and we both together can. And that's the beauty of this entire, pandemic has given us lot much threat and sorrow and lot whatnot. But the best thing is that it enabled many people at the same time for using this kind of a technology. And so we can do that. uh, we can teach classes together now. It's very much easy, and no need to pay rail fare or air fare or something like that. It's free of cost. We can do lot many things. Okay, so I want to create this user now, and maybe I want to in add him as a teacher or as a student, or maybe administrators. For example, administrator or principal, or the someone from the educational institute wants to monitor the entire framework and everything. They can do that also. So we can also add them as principal. As an administrator can also monitor entire this course, and that's why we can add them also, of any administrators. Or we can enroll students also. So right now we are not adding student, keep this in mind, we are adding user. So that user can be teacher, that user can be administrator, that user can be student. So at this point of time I'm just adding this user. So I'll just give a short name, PKB. Is it manual accounts or enabled? So I'll say okay, it is manual account, because we are doing that. If we want to suspend some account, we can do that from here. Generate password and notify user. That's what I'm going to do right now for this user particularly, so that we don't need to give password to all our students or anybody. So they will get email. This is your email. This is your login link or something like that. Or if we want to create a same email ID, maybe institutional email ID at the rate 1234 whatever, the universal, and then they will change it later. So that kind of password also we can create. Force password change, obviously, if you want to set that, you can do that. So right now I'll say okay, again I'll have to create uh, okay, just added uh, allow only other course members to see my email ID or hide my email ID. So I'll say hide my email ID for the privacy reasons. And I'm just creating a user profile. And now, because all other things are not required and necessary, I'm not going to add other things. So just don't get overwhelmed while updating any user or adding any user. So these are just MoodleNet profile and town, city, country, time zone, and preferred language, description about that user, user profile picture. That is actually not required because we don't have that much of a time. Otherwise, we would have taken 1 week Moodle course and then each and every day for a couple of hours, then it might have been very much possible for all of us. Okay, now this is a great feature. Again, after updating profile picture, I'm not going to do that. uh, this is the column which says additional names, and this is very much interesting because it relates to me number of times. um, because whenever I go for this kind of a as a resource person, number of times it happens that people pronounce my name as Vishwanath Bite or Bite or something like that, because it sounds like, it spells like bite, right? Bite, but it's Bite. So in Moodle, there is this feature called phonetic name. So I can just insert phonetic transcription here so that nobody would mispronounce my name. They would call me Bite, not Bite, like something like that. Especially it happens number of times, and it's all right. It's very much natural. But there is this feature in Moodle that you can add phonetic names so that anybody can get the right name. Okay, so what are the interest and tags? So maybe if you are a teacher and you are creating your own account like this, I would highly recommend you to not skip this part, because whenever, if your site is visible on Moodle and anybody is searching for that specific tag, for example, e-content, right? And if you just Google it, e-content, and on the first page you will find somewhere my result. If you search e-content development webinar. Sorry, there was this electricity failure time and again it's happening. I don't know why today only it's happening, but sorry for that disturbance. And okay, let's continue. Am I audible? Is everything okay? Okay, okay. Sorry for this untimely disturbance. I don't know. Today only it's happening time and again. Okay, so we were talking about this adding interest of teacher and why it is important. Let me in a second tell you that it's because if anybody searches for maybe some uh, specific keyword at that point of time, as a teacher you can be found by other people, and that's why you want to add keywords. If it is just institutional website, then there is no need perhaps, but if somebody is looking for uh, communication skills teacher, and if you add that interest or tag to your profile, then obviously it's very much easy for other people to just contact you or to get you. So there is also optional things, and I don't think that's required. Skype ID and your Yahoo ID and all the department phone number, telephone number. If you want, you can add all those things. But the most important thing is name, email ID, and that's all. So these are the only things that you should be considering. And now you can see that I just support development was the name I just uh, entered, and this was the email ID, and this account never accessed this. So right now this is my own email. Both of them are my email IDs, but in this course e-content is the teacher and support is student. I'm just going to give you this kind of a little scenario. Let's go back again, site administration, user. So we learn how to upload users, how to create new user, and how to browse list, and how to create this bulk user actions. Now these permissions and policies and all that really is not very much important, and you don't need to focus more on that at this point. Now the most important part is courses. This is where we are going to spend the rest of our time in learning courses. So first of all, just click on manage courses and categories, and now you can see that there are no categories, or maybe just a miscellaneous category, which is by default it is there, and we will just delete that category. We don't want that category. Okay, or okay, delete all is not possible, and it's all right. So miscellaneous will delete it after a while. Uh, so right now I'll create three categories. As I said earlier, if you are offering, your educational institute is offering courses in different maybe three or five faculties, you can create those categories in here. So I'll just say arts, and I'm not going to give anything other, all the other things. So maybe 001 for arts, and maybe add some description if you want. So this is completely optional. If you want to add some description about that category or faculty, and just click on create category. So that's the first part of creating category. Again, I'm clicking on the create category, science. I'm just giving this information so that many of you might perhaps be initiating your institutional Moodle platform, and that's why perhaps. Okay, just made a mistake, so need to delete that. Create new category, and the parent category, I forgot to do that in the beginning. So parent category should be always top, and then arts and 001, and create category. So always keep this in mind when you are doing this for 001 or 201, whatever it is. Just give any number or coding, whatever is required. So I'm just giving you an idea, and now I'm going to delete this miscellaneous category. um, Now only we have this arts category. Okay, and in the arts category, again, if you want to change anything, or if you want to rename or edit any of the categories, you can do that in, I'll just say English, and save. So right now what we are doing is, there is this one parent category, arts, and in arts, English, history, economics, whatever the departments that you want to add, other departments, other languages, or other things, you can do that. Now I'm going to create one for science also, just to give you an idea. Select top category, science, and create a category. You can also give a category numbers, and if you prefer to give numbers, now you can see. And again, maybe in science category, if you want to create something, some one course, or maybe one category for chemistry department, you can do that, or any department for that matter. So these are things. And right now you can see arts, science, and also commerce, or anything, n number of categories you want to create, you can create. And also you can create subcategories into that. Just while creating subcategories, let me tell you once again, just select create categories, and now in which category, either it's the top category, or in arts you want to create category, then select arts, and then this category, whatever you are creating, will be under the arts. Maybe I'll show you again, history, maybe this is the department under arts. And now you can see in arts, English, history, and you can keep on adding all the departments in this way. Now once you create this kind of because this is so important, so all the students who are coming to your site will be able to see very much easily all the courses, all the departments, and what are the courses, what are the papers that you are teaching through this online medium. And I'll just click on English, so that we can go ahead now. So this is about creating category. It is so simple. I just told you how to create categories, top categories, parent categories, and then subcategories. Now you can see in here, we are going to create new courses. Now this is the best part right now. How do we create a course? And just click on create new course. It's so simple. Just give a name. I'll say or maybe e-content development. So that perhaps might be just the course name or course title, whatever it is. Maybe you are teaching literature paper, or maybe anything else. Just give that name. Then course short name also is required. So instead of e-content course, I'll just change to communication, because we already have selected arts and English category. That's why communication skills, so that it doesn't look weird. Communication skills, short name CS, and category arts, and subcategory English. Course visibility, yes, it should be visible. Now course start and stop date. When should this course start and when should this end? We are going to select it tomorrow, 19th August. This course will start, or maybe on I want this course to be started on 5th September next month, right? And when this course will end, this depends on all the universities and your autonomous structure of this entire course structure. So maybe if you have a specific term end or semester end date, you can select that date here. Or if you, there are some courses that never end, maybe social structure, or some courses that they are never outdated. Maybe if I just create e-content development course or something like that, it's not going to be outdated, because there is always some kind of a technology tools, and there are a lot many things that to be learned about, and we can keep updated all those things. And that's why uh, if you want, uh, choose enable end date, or just leave it blank, and then this course will never end. Okay, course number ID, if you want to create, identify courses, like I'm teaching communication skills to three different classes. So that's why I need to identify. So to first year students, it is maybe uh, 501, and second year students it's 502, 503, whatever it is, that identification. If you want to create that, add description of your course. For the time's sake, I'm not adding all the things. I'm not going to add description and all that, so I'll just say okay. It takes time, that's why I'm not writing. Okay, communication skills and whatever it is. So if you already have created a course image, so let me tell you, because this is important thing. uh, because you need to create a complete course, so in very quick I'll tell you how to do that in all in one. I think I have course image. Okay, so I'll just upload one image to show you, to give you an idea, because earlier we talked about the entire interface of the Moodle site. Now we are talking about course page. So we are creating a course page. Now, if you just scroll down, you will see that there are a lot many options, but we are going to focus only on the things that really matter, right? So course format. So what is the course format? There are basically two ways of formatting a course or setting a course. That's a topic format. There is single activity format, social format, topics format, and weekly format. So maybe number of courses are like 4 week courses, 6 week courses, 9 week courses, and in that sense it's weekly course. But in many of our universities and all that, it's topic based format, like unit and module are assigned, and that's why I would select topic format, so that we can organize our course in module 1, module 2, or something like that. How many sections you want? This depends on the syllabus or curriculum of your university, that particular course. So in this case, because this is just for the demonstration, I will select three. Hidden sections, there are hidden sections. If there are, then are shown in the collapsed forms, or hidden sections are completely invisible. So if they are invisible, let them be invisible. Course layout, show all sections on one page, or show one section per page. So I'll select just all sections on one page, so that we can get a clear picture about the course. Okay, so that's it about course format. Then appearance. Uh, in which language? Now the best part of these courses is that you can create course in any language, and you can see that even Hindi and other languages are also part of this. And नेपाली बच्चों के लिए हिंदी, अगर स्कूल्स के लिए आप बनाना चाहते हो तो यू कैन डू दैट. मराठी वर्क प्लेस के लिए हिंदी, इट्स लिटिल एडवांस्ड हिंदी. या फिर हिंदी जो भी जनरल है, पंजाबी, गुजराती, एंड ऑल द लैंग्वेजेस यू कैन सी आर लिस्टेड इन हियर. So you can create this course in any language. So for the sake of this demonstration, I'm just not going to force any language. Let it be in English only. So number of announcements, how many announcement I want to show. We are talking about this course now, not the entire Moodle site. Do you want to show grade books or grades to students? Obviously, that's the purpose. Finally, show activity reports. So yes, we want to show activity reports if there is any. So this is about appearance of the course. Files and uploads. So what kind of files are to be uploaded, and what is the maximum limit? And site limit, by default it is 100 MB. So it's all right, it's not a problem. That's all for files and uploads. Completion tracking, and this is the most interesting part, because number of times people just don't get it for some reason. Even students also, when we create, and let me tell you my own experience. I keep telling this in almost all my sessions, because this is really interesting, because all my participant students were also teachers, and I'm also teacher. So even teachers can do this, students are tend to do even it more, and that's why I'm telling this. So I'm selling one course on my website, and it's online e-content development course, and in that course there are mm, hundreds of participants, and people sometimes, not all, but sometimes people just contact me and say, sir, we completed your course and we want now certificate and all that. But then I already have turned on this course completion tracking, and it tracks how much time user is spending on each unit, how much time they are spending on each assignment, whether they passed all the assignments or not. Their entire completion tracking or progress tracking is done in the course in learning management system. We want that to be enabled so that we can see that there would be some students, they will never log into your Moodle site and they will say, okay, everything is done, or maybe I can't submit assignment because from my mobile device it's not working or something like that. Then we can just go to the report and we can see that you never logged into this course, and don't tell me that you are not able to upload assignment or something like that. So that's the best part, completion tracking. Always keep that in mind, always keep it on. Okay, if you want to create some groups, here we have a choice. Maybe the better thing about learning management system than the classroom teaching is that we can have variety of things, experiments with our classrooms. And if we want to separate groups, kind of visible groups or maybe invisible groups, we can do that from here, and it's very much simple to do also. And let me show you how we can do that. And it's okay. Here is the option. So maybe just let me give you this scenario. Uh, in all our classrooms, there are some students who are slow learners. There are some students who are advanced learners, and I don't want to give the same material to all the students. Maybe this is thinking little beyond the classroom walls now, because in classroom this is what we usually do, that we deliver one session and it's for each and everybody, 100 students. But here we have this option to separate groups, create groups, maybe advanced learners, slow learners, or any kind of a group, and then distribute material specifically for that kind of a group. That also can be done, and that perhaps is the best part of using this learning management system. Okay. Now, for the demonstration, I'm not going to create this group and all that. Role renaming, maybe this is okay. This is just for role renaming if it is required, and let me tell you what it is. And it basically is, if there are some other words used for being a teacher. So maybe some people, students would call just sir or teacher or maybe guru, whatever it is. And in that case, so that this entire system, coding computer system could understand you, that's why role renaming, we don't need it, we don't want it. And tags. Okay, what are the tags of these courses? So we are creating this course on communication skills. So maybe you want to add tags which are appropriate to that: English, communication skills, interpersonal skills, presentation skill, whatever it is. If you want to add tags, tags are very much important, keywords and tags, because discoverability, you get discovered in very easy manner. Okay, so this is all about the course. Now we are creating the course structure, and then we are going to update that course structure. So it is kind of a skeleton of a course we already have created, we just need to see it. Okay, I'll just click on save and display, and now we are going to see the entire skeleton of our course. And now you can see here, title communication skills is the title, short form CS. And but we created this entire skeleton, but we don't have students. This class without students is no class, and that is why we are redirected automatically to participants. So we are going to enroll some users. So just click on enroll users, and remember we already have created some users. So this is me actually, econtent@vishwanathbite.com, who created this entire platform. And a while ago, while telling you how to add new user, I created this support development, and that is my another email ID, support@vishwanathbite.com. So I'll just select this one. Now you can see that I already have added one user. Now what is the role of that user? And that's why I told you, because the user that we enroll manually can be a manager, can be a principal, can be a teacher, can be a non-editing teacher. You just come, teach, and don't edit my course. So in that case, non maybe if you are creating Moodle course for any English language literature or something like that, or maybe e-content development, you might like to add me as a non-editing teacher. So I'll just come there, deliver my content, whatever it is, and non-editing. I won't be editing your course. So in that case, we can add select this option. So now, because we want once at least one student, I'm just selecting this as a student, but we can create user and add them as a teacher also. Keep that in mind. And I'm just selecting enroll user. Now you can see this is already in there. I'm also going to enroll myself uh, or as a teacher. So here just select as a teacher. Now you can see this is my profile, and now I have selected teacher. So in the list of participants for this, here you can see there is one teacher, there is one student, but there can be n number of students we can add here. So right now our course is ready. Let me go back to again home. So this is we created in the very beginning. This is what is the institutional website, and now you can see that in institutional website you can see these courses, and this one course is communication skills, and you can see categories also. In arts, there in English there is this one little number. It means in arts there is one course which is in English department, and there is one. If you create the same thing for chemistry or physics or something like that, you can add course from here also. uh, Anybody who visits this place will see these courses. So if you just click on communication skills here again, so this is our course, and you can see uh, the skeleton or the structure is ready for the course to for us as a teacher to update now these things. And this is where this the entire magic happens, where we customize our courses, we upload material, create courses, e-content, and then add that information in here. So that's what usually happens in here. uh, Announcements, if you have any, they will appear in here. Now instead of topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, that's what we can see on the left hand side also. uh, just a second. Okay, so instead of just saying just topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, uh, I'll say directly what I can do is I can just give the name of topics. So what is communication, and in this first part or first topic, I might be talking about the entire process of communication and all that. So I'm just giving you an example. Maybe you want to say group discussion or something like that, and you can do that. Okay, but if you want to even make it a little cleaner, what you can do is unit 1, just make it there, just unit 2. And what I'm doing right now is just I'm giving this topic 1, topic 2, topic 3. Instead of that, whether our curriculum university syllabus structure is unit wise or module wise, whatever it is, or you just give the topic titles, whatever it is, select it. For just demonstration, I will say unit 1, unit 2, unit 3. Okay, so what is unit 1 then? Then if you just click on this little icon here, add an activity or resource, and we are going to add activity or resources. So just click on add activity or resources, and you can see that look at this. These all are the things that we can do. If you want to add some activity like assignment, and first of all, let me show you. So if you want to add resources, what are the resources that you can use? And you can add completely a book, a file. You can add complete a folder. You can create one folder for your topic that you are going to teach, and just upload that entire folder, and that also can be done. If you want to just add PDF file or any file and just share that with your students, you can do that. You can share entire book. uh, if there is some IMS content package available, you can do that. If you want to add label to the course structure, you can do that. If you just want to add single extra page, new page, you can do that. And if you just want to add URL, you can do that. So just for the demonstration, I will click on the URL, and I'll say my website, and here is the link. And I'm not going to edit all the details because it's time consuming to do that. Uh, just required fields are name and URL. So that's what I'm going to do, and save and display. I'll just click on that. So if you want to give some link to your students, then obviously in the again let's go back to the course page so that I can show you better. So in unit first, right now you can see that I want to give some link to maybe Wikipedia or any blog or anywhere where the information is stored, and I want to share that information with my student. So I just gave my link. It was my own website. So that's one way. You might perhaps want to add some kind of videos or something like that. That also where, so wiki is already in here, Wikipedia, workshop. So we talked about resources. Now let's talk about activities. So workshop, wiki, survey, or there are a lot many things. Lessons, H5P, quiz, glossary, forum, feedback, database, chat, or assignments. All these things you can add to that, and these are the all the things that you can do. Okay, so maybe if you just want to search for that YouTube specific YouTube video or URL you want to insert, just give that name and insert the URL in here. uh, I think, okay, just let me grab it. And live Moodle, just for the sake of demonstration, I'm just giving this URL so that you can see how it is created in the course. Now you can see this is live Moodle. So any YouTube videos link you can embed, and any students, if they click here, you can see right now, since it is being streamed also on YouTube, it will, sorry, it messed up because of the double audio. But this is the purpose of showing you. You can add website, you can add any video, you can add any file, upload any file, and resources, just file. And just to give you an idea, I'm going to give maybe some PDF file on the unit, and add description. You can add files from here, you can upload files from your computer. And I don't know whether, okay, now we are uploading a file. I'm not going to change anything again, and just save and return to the course. So right now you can see in one in unit number 1, uh, we are adding all the details. Like we added website, we added live video or any video, static video. We uploaded or added this kind of a PDF. Now let me show you how to add an assignment. So just click on assignment, and this is most important part. That's why we need to give this a little extra time. And maybe I just saw that somebody is asking question. Okay, should we have installed Moodle first to use Moodle Cloud, or can we create Moodle Cloud account without even having Moodle? Without even having Moodle, you can do that. And okay, uh, no questions now. I will talk about all the. I will take all the questions at the end of this session. Uh, can we just complete this assignment part and then we'll take questions? Just yeah, maybe just 10 more minutes and I'll be done with this entire thing. Then we'll take questions, all the questions I'll take. Okay, so assignment first, maybe we'll say here, creating assignment is important in learning management system, and Moodle gives us this ability to from enrolling students to completely conducting examination. We can do all these things, and just give some kind of a description in case maybe I want to ask my students to watch some video and answer the questions related to that video, something like that. So I can say that, and I can provide resources also. Maybe I want to uh, give some URL, and here again let me paste because we already have created that. If there is some file which is already on the server, you can just give an URL. If you want to add some from Wikimedia, maybe just for the sake of this, I'll search for the books, and now look at this. All the things which are already available in there uh, are available for us also. Wikimedia is, I believe that you all are already aware of about this Wikimedia. Wikimedia is a source where you can, students, teachers, anybody can upload media. Media can be video, audio, file, photos, anything, and it is available to each and everybody. Anybody can use it, that Wikimedia, and that's the best thing. So some private files you can upload Wikimedia. You can upload server files from your server. You can do that right now. We can see there are only these two folders. We can upload it, and let me search again Wikimedia. Since this is about communication skills, and that's what I want to show you. So right now you can see that there are this brainstorming communication skills training sheet, JPG. It means photos are in there. The identification of interpersonal skills for building army civilian leaders is a PDF. Communication theory printable versions. These PDFs I never uploaded it, but the best part about using this Wikimedia is that you can have all the resources. All the teachers who upload these kind of resources can be used in our classroom. So just for the demonstration, I will do this interpersonal communication and coordination in Wikimedia working paper. Maybe it's too difficult. Let's select something. Okay, communication theory printable version, and I just selected this file. Now look, this is already in my interface. Let me save and return. So you can see right now. Okay, so that was incomplete assignment. Just file was uploaded. Let's complete that assignment. Okay, so this is where we were. We just added this file, and then after that, allow submissions from. So what is the date from which all the submissions will be allowed? So maybe today it's 18th, so I might perhaps select 5th of September, because that's where course is going to start, and due date uh, up to 10th we can say, or 15th, whatever it is that you want to give. Just so submissions will be allowed from date, due date, cutoff date. Even some students fail to submit on the due date, there's still a space to submit these kind of assignments, and that can be set. It depends on you. Uh, After all this is done, this entire system will remind you as a teacher, okay, up to 18th of September, all the students have submitted their assignments. Now it's your turn as a teacher on 20th September to go. So this system will remind you as a teacher, okay. So what kind of submissions you want from students? Either it's online text or file submissions. Uh, I would say file submissions, and okay. So how many files they can submit, and we don't want 20 files to be submitted, right? And check all the files. So this is one file, maximum file size 1 MB, or maybe you can reduce it to 50 KB, 100 KB, so that your space is not accommodated. What kind of files they are to be submitted? So number of times students submit all types of files. If you that's what you want, then you can select it. But number of times we just want document files. So what kind of documents? So maybe I want PDF, Word document, 2007, RTF. uh, so editable versions of documents, you can do that, or maybe open document text or something like that, or just select document, all the documents, and all sort of documents only will be uploaded. So they won't be able to upload a JPG or any photo for that matter. So that's why we want to select what kind of a document they want to submit. Okay. Feedback types. So comment, annotation, and all sort of feedbacks should be there. Submission setting requires students to click the submit button. Obviously, yes. Otherwise, they won't be able to identify whether it's happening or not. Then require that students accept the submission statement. Yes, obviously they need to understand everything. Attempts reopened. Um automatically until pass. That's the base setting, because as a teacher we are going to fail them at some point, and give them some feedback, and they will be able to do that until they pass it. So that's the maximum number of attempts, unlimited, because this is assignment. But if you want to just keep one attempt, three attempts, whatever it is, you can do that. So you just give three attempts, and then fail is fail. Uh, but let's be little generous here. And group submission setting, no, students should not submit in groups. Notification, if you want to notify grades about submissions, if you want to turn on or off, just select that. Grades, what are okay. So this is important point, just keep in mind. So whether you want to give a scale or points. So in this case I'm going to select points, but if you want, you can select scale also. Simple direct grading, or marking grading, or rubric. There are three ways. Maybe if you already have attended some of my other tutorials, I talked about rubric, how to create a rubric. Since we don't have that much time right now, so I won't be talking, but just let me give you an idea what rubric is. Rubric basically is a parameter. Like when we go for some competition as a judge, then they give these 4 5 parameters to evaluate, and a rubric is exactly creating those parameters to evaluate, so that evaluation process becomes very much easy. So marking, just give marks, or simple direct grading. I'll just click it, simple direct grading. We haven't yet made grading categories, that's why I'm leaving it blank. Passing grade out of 10, it's 4. Blind marking, if you want to create, you can select it. Blind marking, like peer review, peer marking also can be done, and in that sense blind marking can be on. Use marking workflow, yes, if you want to. And use marking allocation, yes. Common module setting, just keep it as it is. Restrict access, if you want to restrict. Activity completion, do not indicate activity completion, that's not good idea. Students can manually mark the activity as completed, or show activity as completed when conditions are met. This is the important criteria, that select this show activity as completed when conditions are met. Otherwise students will not upload a file and they will say, okay, my assignment is completed. Don't give them this chance. Okay. So what are the criteria? Students must view this activity to complete it. And a while ago I talked about this. Students even do not see the assignment and they say that, okay, there is problem in uploading and give me marks, or I will submit offline or something like that. Don't give them a chance. Student must view that activity first of all. Student must receive a grade to complete that activity. When they receive that grade, they will only be able to complete that activity. Student must submit to this activity to complete. If they submit, then only. So these are the three criteria, and you can select or deselect any of them. Okay. So add tags, competencies. So if you want to go in depth, you can select these options. Otherwise, just save and return to the course. Okay, so this blind marking, because of the blind marking, it was not possible. So I just changed it. So right now you can see we provided a link, also a video, PDF, and assignment. So these all are the things. Usually, generally, these are the things that are required in creating a course, and that we talked about here. I think we are exhausting this time, and Moodle is really very much exhaustive, and that's why it takes a lot much of a time. But let's not take much more time now. I'll stop my screen sharing so that we can turn towards your questions. That's the most important thing, because if you have questions, definitely I would like to answer them. Ma'am, would you like to read some questions? Okay, I can see. Okay, okay, no problem. Okay, so Moodle Cloud and Moodle are two different things. In the very beginning, I talked about, and uh, in this tutorial, I talked about how we can create our own Moodle Cloud account. You don't need to have Moodle. Moodle Cloud have their own Moodle, which is uploaded on their own website. This website is available when we create. Right now, we created this Moodle course, which will be available for 40 days, 45 days, and you don't need to install Moodle to have account on Moodle Cloud. Okay, I think this is a very good, interesting question also. Moodle is a open source platform. It is completely free. And if there is some teacher in your institution, or even you can also hire somebody, maybe you already have website of your school, small school or institution, and if you don't, then you can also hire somebody, some web designer, and they will take care of this entire support system of a Moodle. It's very much simple to use, so you don't need to purchase it. You can do it on your own. Maybe a little training sessions like this for all the teachers will enable all the teachers to create your Moodle site on your own without paying anything. So if it is small school, I believe that there should be a issue of funding as well. So this is the best way. Just install on your own website, and you can use it for free. Okay, all the learning management systems are completely different, and that's why they are different. There are different learning management systems. Uh, Microsoft Teams is the product of Microsoft. And maybe some people might have this doubt also in mind, that Google Classroom also, because Google has a bigger ecosystem. Google is a different company, profit making company. Microsoft is also another profit making company, and they sell Microsoft Teams along with their 360 enterprise product, and it's not free, right? So basically, Moodle is completely free. It is open source. Open source means that people like you and me who are interested in learning management system, they develop this kind of platform and they keep updating this platform. So in this case, Microsoft Teams and Google Classroom and Moodle are completely different. To go little deeper, it's about user interface. So as a teacher and as a student, okay, we don't want to know about whether free, paid, company and whatever it is, but what about as a teacher? Will it be simple to use Microsoft Teams or Google Classroom or Moodle? I believe once you just go through all such kind of tutorials, you will fall in love with Moodle, and Moodle is the best platform. Okay. Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you very much. Most most welcome, ma'am. And that's the beauty of teaching each other or sharing our knowledge. And I'm really overwhelmed by the comments. I'm also reading these kind of some of the feedbacks and comments. Yes. Okay. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, ma'am. Please unmute, ma'am, so that I can see that she is muted. Okay. Okay. Oh, I think you made somebody else host. Archana Das is host now, instead of Archana ma'am. So now Archana Das will be able to make host to you or anybody. If Archana Das is listening, please just click on name and make them host. You can do that. Okay. Uh, is there anybody around, ma'am, so that ma'am can use another? Okay. I got call from ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Most welcome. Yes, yes, yes. We can do that. Just like I told you in the very beginning, that we can attach any external link in our Moodle. Yes, it can be done. It can be incorporated. Complete Google form can be embedded into a Moodle course. Yes, yes, there are some plugins which are very much capable of once we just upload some question bank or something, then this Moodle will randomize questions and do all the smart things for us. And maybe we have 20 students and I upload some 100 questions on the platform. Then obviously it's going to help that randomize all the questions to all the students, and that is very much helpful. Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate you give me chance to interact with all the participants. I'm really happy. Thank you. Uh, okay, just ended that meeting, but I'm still with you people on YouTube. I can see that you all are watching this continuously, and I can read your comments also. Very useful and informative and excellent presentation, sir. But for learners, need more practice. Yes, definitely, Dr. Geeta Shinde, ma'am. Definitely, it requires a lot much of a practice. That's why I deliberately keep sharing my all my online sessions with you people so that you get the idea. What are the things that require to be done, and each and every time when I share my this kind of presentations, some people get the information, and that's the purpose. So even if you people who are watching this on YouTube right now, if you have some questions, just maybe just in chat box, uh, ask your questions and I'm ready to answer your questions as well, like I did in the session. Or should we just stop the stream? Okay. So thank you once again for watching this entire presentation on YouTube. I'll be uploading complete video series on Google Classroom, Google Meet, and all the other things. Uh, Thank you very much, sir, Adil sir. Uh, it's really I appreciate that. Almost I think you attended almost all my sessions, all the links that I shared, and you are patiently listening time and again to me. Thank you very much for that. Okay, now I'll just end the stream because it's already a time and organizers are calling me. Maybe they want to talk to me. That's why. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for watching and see you soon.